Okay. All right. Hey, boys and girls, something that I neglected to go into. Let's just real quick do this. Do you guys remember our rules from yesterday?
Palm pepper spray is next generation OC spray. It's hot, hot at 1.4% major capsaicinoids, and its modular design means you can customize it exactly to you. 3 different setups, lots of different color combinations. You can make it exactly as you like. And the flip top safety prevents accidental discharges. It's 10 to 12 foot range and 25 half-second blasts. Make sure that you can keep that long range eye poke at long range. I trust Palm OC and I recommend it for everyone for self-defense.
Okay. Medical, 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 driving, all this stuff. Everybody remembers. Dig, you're new today. Stand there, fat, dumb, and happy, man. Just look good. Somebody's got to look good. You do it. Okay. Yeah. Don't get shot. Okay. Okay. So we all have that. My IFACs, because of what we are going to be doing after about this and a few other things, it becomes truly dangerous. Okay. If you are, right? If you take a review, it's not. But because of that, the IFACs right now are back there. And as we get into some of the groundwork, the IFACs are going to get closer and closer to us. So they're right there. Okay. Oh, by the way, one thing, Dig, let's go ahead and assign you a task. If something does happen, I want Dig and Destiny. I want you two girls, you're running to the IFACs and you're going to open the IFACs because they're going to be busy. You're going to be laying everything out right there for them. Okay. I would like to see you go to the camo one that's there first. Okay. And then any of the others, but grab at least the camo one for sure. That's got the most stuff in it. I mean, I got all the way down to crikes and trakes and all that stuff that you should not do. Okay. But it's in there. Okay. But start you two laying that out so they can just focus on the patient. Okay. All right. Okay. So come on into this. So I'm gonna bet some of you guys have shot this. I saw John has shot this on camera. Diggs shot this on camera. You two girls have certainly shot this before. Okay. So this is a guerrilla approach drill. Now understand, everything we've been doing in movement. Okay. I got myself in a situation once where I had to make very precise shots while my target was in movement, right? And I could not hit my partner who was literally this close to what I was shooting at, okay? So this, I would tell you, more mimics you now having to move with shooting at something, right? Just like a plate rack, it's mimicking you're shooting at a moving target. So far, we've been doing the ones that moving. But bad guys don't stand there fat, dumb, and happy and just let you shoot at them too. They don't like bullets just as much, and they do movements themselves too. So I like this, and it forces you to do what I'd say acceptable accuracy, but also precise accuracy of different things, okay? So we're gonna do this just to run through it and see where you're at on it. There's a par time of 25 seconds. For some reason, when you guys were here last, I think I told you 21 because I thought it was, but it's really a 25 par time. Thanks to Laura. She found that the other day because I didn't realize it. Okay, so it's a 25 par time, okay? Huh? But I can't read. I grew up in this country. Okay, okay. The small circles are 1 inch, I think. You're shooting 1 round at the small circles, 2 rounds at all the big circles. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. Notice 8 rounds on each line, and then 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so you got to do this. Now you're probably going to run out of ammo, unless maybe you got a race gun with a high, bunch of mags in there, right? Do you have? Okay.
I have not right now. These are just 17.
Okay, 17ers.
Yeah.
So I know for me, I have to do a reload. I don't care how you do a reload. I don't care if it's a full gun reload, if it's an empty gun reload. Doesn't matter to me as long as you reload. In fact, their rules just say reload as you need. Okay. So it doesn't matter to me where you do. Their rules say you have to go left or right as we in the West read, right? I have a tendency to go this way and then just come back this way because it's easier for me. But to me, I just want to see you put one hole in the small and 2 holes in the big. Okay, I'm not terribly worried with the rules on that part of it. Okay, I don't like seeing makeup shots. From what I've seen in their rules, they did this. They're allowed makeup shots, right? Yeah, they allow that. But I like to just, if you hit it, you hit it. If you miss it, you miss it. My idea is this: when I've had to use a gun, I had to make my hits. Had to make my hits, right? And if I hadn't made my hits, which I did, if I hadn't, I would have had to make the adjustment to make my hit. So I'm not going to say sit there and just keep making up. I'm going to ask you not to. Just Do the right amount of rounds for the amount of stuff that's here. So that should be 24 rounds, and every miss is plus 1 second. So if you get this done, you're a ninja because your name is Heather, and you get this done in like 12 seconds, but you have 3 misses, it's 15 total seconds, if that makes sense, okay? We're gonna do this quickly, okay? It's not gonna be like yesterday, it's gonna be quickly. We're gonna have talking timers. I'll start at one end, Brent will start at one end, it'll be beep, you will individually will go, and then as soon as you're done, we'll write down your time on your hand. We're not gonna step up to do that, we'll just write it down on your hand, and then down here, beep, and then we'll just beep, 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 walk in. So you'll know the time on your hand real quick, and then we'll step up and start counting everything and see where it's at, okay? So understand the context of this. From my perspective, I use this as if I have to shoot at moving targets, okay? That's how I'm looking at it from the context of a fight. Okay, I'm gonna demo this. Now, I'm gonna say this not because I wanna give you any excuses, but I want you guys to recognize something, right? Your conditions or where you are that day matters. I've had way too much freaking coffee because Squirrel here decided to make a bunch of coffee this morning, right? I've had way too much coffee and I can feel the jitters going like crazy. 2, I got my hands frostbit in Russia, Mother Russia, and my hands are killing me right now. So I'm not saying that as an excuse, as a slowdown or anything else, but I kind of pulled this from Brian Hill. He was talking about, you know, I don't drink coffee, I don't do this and that because I know it degrades my performance and I just don't do it in the first place or whatever else. I understand the stuffs you put in your body, the environmental factors out there, they can have an effect on you, right? I know one time 3 of my partners and we had to pull a gun on a guy. Thank God we didn't have to shoot him. He wimped out the last second. But it was extremely cold, freezing cold. And I knew at the time we were gonna have to make a shot. I mean, we had the slack out of the trigger to pull the shot. And I knew I was shaking so bad, I was afraid I wouldn't make the shot, right? So it's a recognition of the conditions where you are. Has to be a part of this. It's not an excuse for stuff, just a recognition of it. So know that, okay? Brent and I are gonna demo this real quick. It's a par time. We're just gonna go together, and hopefully neither one of us exceed the par time of 25. Okay?
Brent, what's your excuse?
Huh? I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I know.
Cold heat, stuff like that.
I know the one thing in the U.S. that I got into that was probably my worst. A lot of things literally disappeared. My recognition of my physical, you name it, even the pain that I was in at the time, it all disappeared. So, but I think it can have an effect too. So I don't know what it'd be for me the next time or it will be for anybody else. It's just something to recognize how it affects you. Yeah, so good question, good question. All right, give us just a few seconds here. I gotta try to get the blood moving. Ready?
Hey, Adam, remember what Grandpa said on the day he dropped you off at kindergarten? Don't fuck with
An old man's advice is strong.
Oh. Okay, all right, so for the camera, this is done at 3 yards, okay? 3 yards. You ready, brother? My brass isn't gonna hit you in the face, is it?
I'll dodge it and shoot.
Okay. Okay. Well, as you guys all saw yesterday, Brent is the ninja amongst the 2 of us. Okay, first beep will be the go signal. Second beep will be 25 seconds. Let's just hope us 2 girls are done by then. If you screw up all the draw, just hold off and we'll call it an alibi, okay?
An alibi.
Okay, we'll do it. You'll have to do it again or I'll do it again. Are you ready? Ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Ah! So I have no idea what my time was on that. It was probably about 17 or 16 to 18, I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't think about it. His stuff was still going.